Okay, so like I'm really into like Africa right now, countries in Africa. Trying to learn about them as much as possible. I've had some dreams about it where it's just all like that I should be paying attention to what happened in Africa as a good model for like how to carry yourself, because like let's be real, they've experienced some hardships. I don't necessarily think that like their idealism was necessarily propped up with integrity by their leaders. That corruption still happened, but I don't know, it's just like it's so important. I really enjoy the culture, the music, the people, the ideas. I feel like there's a lot of really good like black voices when it comes to all of this that I think people should be listening to and paying attention to. That same with Hispanic, Chicano, Mexican. There's just so many really strong voices out there who really stood up and advocated on behalf of something that's really true and good and human. And one of the most important political movements ever to happen in America happened to be the Black Panthers. Now, it's not just coming out of a place of like glazing, you know what I mean? I don't pander, I don't, whatever. I don't say things just to sound good. But like some of these people are the most important people to ever exist within like leftist thought, and like to underestimate them would be a disservice to politics in general. It's just all like kind of like this. I want to say this: literature and theory don't really mean much. It all comes to the same thing. One of the most important books of all time, though, I'll give you this, is the Communist Manifesto, and one of the copies of it, one of the really good pressings of it, publications of it, was under Barnes and Noble's personal collection. And so you do with that with what you will. It's one of the most important books of all time. It doesn't take too long to read. The book itself is very short, but if you find the big publications, it's got a lot of writings and essays that are really important. And I think that people should consider that regardless of your political affiliation. Politics aside, the Communist Manifesto is one of the best books ever written. One of the most important books ever written on political theory. You know what I mean? If they're reading it, why aren't you? Like, that can go for anybody, right? If you're right-leaning, if they're reading it, why aren't you? If you're left-leaning, if they're reading it, why aren't you? It's just all like, there's always going to be somebody reading it, and it will enrich you. A lot of successful business people in America read, postmodern literature and all this stuff about, like, attention spans or whatever, and the cultural warfare. The most important thing to consider is, some of these people are super important, super valid, and, like, your enemies will read that shit before you do, and, you know what I mean? Like, I really wish I could just tell more left-leaning people to, stay steadfast and, like, appreciate the influence from other groups, from other places. There's this one really cool guy on YouTube. He talks about imperialism, stuff like that, how it affects everybody. Some of these people live through imperialism. Some of these people live through colonialism. They have really good voices on why it's a bad thing, with a lot more nuance than just all like it's bad. You know what I mean? They'll have these conversations, and like I think it's beautiful. And we should really trust people from African countries, and like we should trust the Chicano, groups, which I'm really a fan of, like Oscar Zeta Acosta. With my love of Hunter S. Thompson, I really love his works. And Oscar is just such a great, influential person to me. I don't know. I really want to read more of that literature of like the Hispanic variety, which I think is super important to any individual. It's just all like, I don't think you should just pay attention to white people. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to be like, whatever, but there are a lot smarter people on certain things. We can't be smart on everything. Some people, they see things in brand new ways that you have never considered. And it's beautiful. It's truly beautiful to like get that perspective. And like that perspective is really important, especially with everything going on in the world. You know, it's always been pretty bad. People have seen it firsthand, and people are still seeing the ripples of the old world still looming, you know, especially with like Israel right now, which is all like a reflection of the bigger problem, which has been imperialism and colonialism. And you know how the British and English, you know, contributed to that. I have some literature somewhere saved at home. I have it like digitally, but I think it was on imperialism or something, but I could probably find it and then share it with you guys too, which is just all like, I feel like it was maybe related to, I don't think it was. It had to be Africa, the British, and the 1930s. 1900s, 1930s. I found a really cool book, and it was like really expensive, so I saved it. Yeah, no, it's interesting. I'll find more literature one day, but for the most part, look out, you know, for people who are saying really cool things and like who are really smart about it, because like some people, you know, they're far more useful than people think or give them credit for. You know, they think they can just ignore them. It's just like, don't ignore these people. These people are like really important and like essential for like a understanding of contemporary politics. And, you know, it's just all like, we have to celebrate them. We really do.